Dwr Cymru Welsh Water has invested £220 million in projects in and around Cardiff to protect our capital city from flooding and improve the environment. Every day, each person in Wales uses an average of 150 litres of drinking water in and around the house. When that's finished with, Welsh Water takes the dirty water away. Before this investment, a third of that wastewater was put back into the sea around the coast of Wales with little or no treatment, adding to the pollution of our coastline. Everyone agreed that this was not acceptable. At this time, flooding was also becoming more of a problem in Cardiff and the surrounding areas. Flood risks are a consequence of climate change, population growth, rainwater infiltration and the ageing infrastructure leading from the South Wales valleys down to Cardiff.
The new sewage treatment works at Cardiff was completed in 2002. For the first time, untreated sewage was not being discharged into the Severn Estuary, and first-time sewage treatment was provided to nearly 900,000 people. The works cost in excess of £180 million and provided that vital infrastructure for the first time.
The nearest domestic property to the works is only 250 metres away, so effective odour control is critical. Every element of the works requiring odour control is doubly protected. We use negatively pressurised enclosures, followed by chemical odour control systems. The Severn Estuary is very shallow and offers poor dilution to the effluent. We carried out extensive coastal modelling for over a year. This determined we needed a 4.2 kilometre long outfall in order to protect the nearby bathing beaches and ensure that we meet the stringent guideline standards. 4,500 litres per second of wastewater is received at the works. This is first treated and then discharged via the long sea outfall into the Severn Estuary. At times of heavy rainfall, 6,000 litres per second of wastewater can be received.
Providing first-time sewage treatment has had a massive benefit for the environment in the Severn Estuary, but as well as that, the infrastructure has supported the development of tourism and the economic growth within the Cardiff Bay area. As part of the overall improvement programme, 3 of the main sewage systems in the area were also linked in so that sewage could come to the treatment works. These were the sewers in the Rumney Valley, the Ystrad of Ogdwg and Pontypridd, which we also call the YMP, and the Western Valleys. The interceptor sewer runs through some of Wales's most important landscapes. Gwent Levels, a site of special scientific interest because of the flora and fauna and also the significant medieval importance of the area. This meant that we had to use a tunnel to avoid damaging the environment. The new Cardiff Eastern District pumping station is also a vital part of the overall control strategy for the area. It's both a pumping station and a combined sewer overflow and has a long and a short sea outfall, therefore providing a relief to the area during storm events.
Eastern District Pumping Station is an integral part of this £7 million investment that we've completed in this AMP. The project has actually refurbished an old pumping station which served the residents of Cardiff and stopped flooding of properties when there were high tide and very high rain coming down from the valleys. The new pumping station, which is underground behind me, will now not only pump but also screen much better quality of stormwater that will go out into the estuary and will also protect people from flooding for many years to come.
Before the new strategy was in place, there were numerous flooding incidents in the lower part of the YMP catchment, and this also caused problems with pollution. Catchment improvements to resolve this flooding included the reinforcement of the lower part of the YMP through the Heath and Roath areas of Cardiff. This was known as the Weddell Road Siphon.
Parts of the YMP sewer have been duplicated over the years of various investments. And what we found with long-term monitoring of the flows and with network models that we needed to upgrade a section of the sewer in Weddell Road.
The Cardiff East catchment receives flows from all across South Wales and there can be a lot of infiltration. When high flows in these valley sewers coincide with rainfall in Cardiff, there's a real risk of flooding to low-lying properties in the area. The overall aim of the control strategy is to manage the changes and the rises of sewer levels across the area, particularly in the Y&P catchment, to reduce the risk of such flooding events. To do that requires real-time, quick communication from the control room here at Cardiff Works. Control strategy means that we can continuously monitor the performance of the network, allowing informed decisions to be made. This means we'll be able to remove the risks of flooding over the next 2 years. The Cardiff East control strategy has saved us millions of pounds. Traditional solutions to flooding incidents by building storage would have cost probably 80 to 100 million pounds more. These savings can be passed back directly to the customer through the customer dividend. The strategy as a whole has been hailed by the Environment Agency as a breakthrough in flood management. Papers have been presented at conferences across the UK and in Europe demonstrating the success achieved here in Cardiff.
We fully commend Dwr Cymru Welsh Water for this work and their work to improve the environment around our capital city. When Welsh Water's investment in Cardiff's network began in 1995, there were 2 international blue flags in Wales. By 2008, that number had increased to 47.
Undertaking innovative work like this is a huge task. The solution had to address all the issues in the sewage network, from Pontypridd through the city centre down to the wastewater treatment works on Rover Way. Complex computer models were built to analyse the system and define exactly where the work had to be carried out. Well, the work has to be carried out with a minimum disruption to businesses and local residents, particularly in Weddell Road, where the sewer had to be constructed from Roath Park Gardens underneath council offices, the railway line and a very busy road junction. The South East team carried out the work to the highest specification with minimal disruption and environmental impact to our customers and other stakeholders.
The overall control strategy used here at Cardiff is the first of its kind in the water industry. And Welsh Water is committed to similar such projects to benefit customers and the environment here in Wales as we move into the future.